Pisces, I'm Leonanicholeblack, and this is your general reading, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It is not for a specific period of time, okay? It's not for September or any other month. This is if this message resonates with you, if the stories, the concepts, the ideas that I'm sharing, if they resonate, it is for you, period, point blank. If it does not resonate with you, I gently and kindly and lovingly usher you on to a reader who will. So, Pisces, quite a few cards out on the table for you. Let's just get into your message. I'll say this, the foundation, the basis of your message here comes through the energy of the Three of Wands in reverse. It feels to me like support, waiting for something to come in, kind of assistance is kind of the energy here. However, really the message is lack of assistance. With the Three of Wands, this can also be waiting for money, income, waiting to reap the benefits of your work. This can be also seeking help externally from others. I feel like there's a major issue with that for you right now. Not that you shouldn't seek help, but really it feels like there is not much external help or support for you. The primary energy of your reading is coming through Saturn and to a lesser extent the Sun. So this is saying that the focal point for you is learning, going through experiences for the solidification of the self, for the development of the personality, the ego, as a home or a vehicle through which the soul makes its works, its path known in the world. So to say that in less esoteric terms, you are currently in a cycle that is about figuring out who the fuck you are. Okay? That's basically what I'm saying here, and then learning how to express that outwardly. Now, of course, the governance of that cycle, or the dictation of that cycle, comes through the Hermit here. This is necessarily a lonely process. It's why I think that you do have this Three of Wands in reverse, which is this lack of external assistance. And of course, do you have spiritual assistance? 100%. But you might not have assistance in the ways that you're used to in terms of friends, family, partners, or you may have less financial assistance than you're used to. With the Sun in reverse, I'm feeling also like it's a lack of a source or resource, okay? So something that you were relying on, something that you were using to generate in your life, to create things, seems to have been stripped away. With the Three of Cups, it may have just been a source of pleasure, okay? Something that you enjoyed is no longer accessible to you. It can be, like I said, friends or family. Emotional support might be lacking. You might be feeling like, hey, I don't feel like people are really in my corner right now, not really kind of supporting me through what I'm going through. Whatever it is, I feel like the retreat of the Sun, the setting of the Sun, the eclipsing of the Sun energy in your life, the loss of this source, the not having much shine, may have a lot to do with the Hermit, because the Hermit travels through the domain of the Moon, not the Sun. So you have to go it alone. So you might not know it, but it's likely that people are being held back from you intentionally, spiritually, for this process that you're going through. Now, I feel like one of the more positive aspects of this reading is actually the Nine of Wands. And you might think, why would I say that? Because typically this is wounded warrior. This is someone who's injured. You can see the bandage on their head, the defensiveness, the trying to protect themselves. Well, actually, the reason this is actually quite positive for you is the clarifying energies of the Four of Swords, Jupiter energy here, and the Six of Pentacles. This is Moon. So really the two things about this is that you are able to gain progress, success, advancement, particularly as it pertains to your career, Pisces. So material advancement at least, and peace, and real peace and trust in the process despite this energy. So whether you are feeling wounded or not, whether there are things to heal, whether you are feeling guarded or protected, whatever is highly activated in you emotionally, and whatever your current nervous system, defense system is doing, it actually is not blocking this. It's actually saying that it's okay for you to continue to show up in workspaces, in your life, authentically, vulnerably in the state you currently are. It is not going to block your blessings for you to be sad. It's not going to block your blessings even for you to be depressed right now. This is part of the growth journey, and it's okay for you to show up and continue participating in your life in your current condition, wounded or not. That's the message. Okay, so how can we continue to advance? I've been saying, particularly when I was doing readings according to the month. So the last few months, I've been saying that you have this year for you, this 2019 period, is one of work and opportunity. Now, as I'm shifting away from tying these messages to dates and calendars, if you're reading this, you may be resonating that you are in a cycle, okay? Cycle. Things come round and round and round. It's why I'm not saying a particular date, because you could be hitting this energy at any point. But you are currently in a cycle of work, discipline, application, focus, applying yourself, showing up, getting things done. It's really important. The reason it's important is because whilst you think you're working on a project, a creative thing, an idea, Pisces, you're actually working on yourself. The diligence that you're using, the discipline that you're using, the things that you're creating are actually purifying and creating a change internally. It's also about the completion of yourself. So, I feel like there's certain things I've done in my life, whether it was my education, my journey through education, whether it was kind of becoming, mastering the tarot reading, because most people might not know, when I first started, I was deeply insecure about doing the work and didn't think I'd add any value and wasn't sure if I should, so to be where I am with it now, a few years on, this gives us kind of solidification to the sense of self, Aries energy, strong personal identity. And so the work that you're doing is actually creating that solid ground, that solid sense of self. Now, we also have the Seven of Cups. I always associate this with Pisces energy. Always, always, always. This card to me is usually the phrase, I don't know. That's what this card is. Whenever I say this is like, I don't know, okay? I don't know. I'm looking, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of clouds, I can't see clearly, and I just don't know. That's kind of where you're at. Now, what don't you know, Pisces? Well, you have the Magician and the Star card. What you don't seem to know is the how. You may actually know the what. You may know what you want, where you want to go, what you want to achieve, what you want to create, what life you want to have, what your purpose is, you might even know. What your spiritual drive is, you might know. How you want to serve your community. You might know all these things. The how is what you don't know. Okay, this is what you want to get to. The Magician is the how you get there, and it's by magic. Okay, now of course when I say magic, I only mean now in turn it's by spiritual laws and principles. It's by moving through a material vehicle. So you're confused about the how at the moment. I'm going to pick that up in the extended. I'll get some advice for you about that. Of course, if you're not coming to the extended, the easiest way out is to say you manifest it. And you're excellent manifestors, Pisces. So there is, a part of this how that is the universe fills it in, or God fills it in. But I'm going to get some more advice for you in the extended. The Five of Cups here, grief. The Pisces full moon that we all just went through, oh my goodness. Listen. It dragged my guts out. It was just a lot. And, I posted to my Instagram page how people finding the Pisces full moon. The consensus was it was really rough for most people. I felt here as well with this grief and sorrow energy that it was a collective energy. So those of us tuned into that Pisces energy, those of you with that dominant Pisces placements in your birth charts, your astrological placements, this was a purge, it was a healing, it was an emptying that was beyond you. So some of you were purging for the collective in general, okay, the human consciousness as it is. Others of you were purging for your bloodline and your ancestral line. So you were deeply grieving, deeply releasing. It even looks, some of the red down here, actually I've never noticed, but it looks like blood. So it's probably wine from the cups, but you were going through a process of healing. And so the encouragement here in the form of the King of Swords is a message that is actually there was advancement, wisdom, knowledge, perspective that came through the guttural crying and the breathing and the depression and all of that. Like it's just part of the process. It's part of the shedding that happens so the soul can be purified, clarified, shine more brightly. You are going through the hermit phase, Pisces, in order to build on new foundations, okay? And that's partly why you're not getting a lot of external help right now. It's because you're learning actually autonomy, independence, self-sufficiency, all super important skills, which you will take back and integrate into the collective again. You will take back and be in close bonds with people. You will rejoin the community. The hermit slash shaman always does. But there is a predicated, necessary period of time of being away. So I have decided that I'm doing more with the extended. So on my page, nicoleblack.com/extended, you'll be able to click on Pisces. There will be a card there that will be all about your money at the moment. And this is more time period based. There will also be a card on like love and self-worth for you and a message for you there that I'm pulling. And that's all going to be available. You'll be able to get the extended message that I'm about to record, going a bit deeper on these messages there on that page too. And I'm putting together something I'm calling the Tarot Care Package that will be out in the next few days. And so you'll be able to click onto my website and pick up that. It's going to be free, and it's dope. I'm working on it at the moment. I've been working on it for just over a week, and it's going to be really special, and I'm putting that out. So what's going to happen is like the whole extended selection of this tarot therapy is going to go much further. So you're going to need to get used to going to my website to kind of check that content out. And of course, do subscribe on YouTube so you can find out when I'm dropping your readings. Because like I said, I'm not tying the messages to months. Now, what am I going to take forward in the extended? What are we going to talk about? Well, I'm going to pick up on this lack of support energy. I'm going to pick up on this how energy, like how you get into the next phase, the next part of this lesson. And I feel like I might actually want to pick up some stuff on this ego, this Pisces, developing of the self, developing of the personality. That's where we're taking the tarot therapy in this particular volume. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you join me for the extended. nicoleblack.com/extended. Love you, Pisces.